Welcome students. Today we are going to start with our chapter number 14, that is light and formation of shadows. So let us begin. In the starting, can you tell, they have asked us some questions, let us answer them. First question, can we see anything in total darkness? Children, if there is any total darkness, or in the room where you are entering, if there is complete darkness, can you able to see anything in that room? No. So the answer is no. Then what helps us to see the objects around us? Children, due to the light, when the light falls on that objects, due to that only you are able to see the objects. Second question answers, due to light. Third question, what does the light in each one of the pictures originate from? Children, here are some 14.1 sources of light. Some pictures are shown, so we have to answer from where does the light is originating. See, in the beginning, from the sun. Can you see, the sun is the main source from where we are getting the light. Here the bulb is the source from where the light is originating. In the third picture, it is the firefly. This insect is called as a fireflies, from where the light is originating, firefly. This is a candle, from where you are able to see the light. Okay, so here candle is the source, here light bulb is the source, here sun is the source, and here the firefly. So these are the some of the sources of light from which you get the light. Okay, now let's move further. The objects or materials which emit light, meaning those which themselves are a source of light, are called luminous objects. Very important, children. What are luminous objects and what are non-luminous objects? Luminous object means from which they themselves give light. Emit means what? They give light, so they are called as a luminous objects. Okay, the intensity of light is determined by the extent to which the objects emit light. Intensity means the one thing you can say, the more power. The intensity of light is determined by the extent to which the light emits, the objects emits the light. For example, the light emitted by an electric torch is more than as compared to that of candle. If you compare with the torch light and candle's light, you will see that the more intense light is given by the torch as compared to that of the candle. Okay, now let's move further. Non-luminous objects, the objects or materials that are not sources of light themselves. Children, non-luminous means which do not emit light. One thing easiest I will say, that are not sources of light themselves means which do not emit light. They are called as the non-luminous sources or objects. Some man-made objects or materials also emit light. These are called artificial sources of light. Children, artificial sources of light are also available. They are made by the man. That's why they are called as a man-made objects. They emit light, so they are called as a artificial sources. So here is a list you have to make. Use your brain power. Make a list of some luminous objects and substances and classify them into natural and artificial sources of light. Now here, children, the sun is the main natural source of light. Everybody knows sun is the natural source of light. Other stars seen in the night sky, fireflies, some anglerfish, as well as honey mushroom, are all natural sources of light. These are all natural sources of light. Into that, some are artificial sources of light also. That in the list, you have to only make a list and you have to classify them as luminous, non-luminous, natural sources and artificial sources of light. Now further we are going to see about the propagation of light. In the last lesson we have seen about propagation of sound. Now let us see how the light is propagated. The way how the light travels, light comes in which form. Is it come in zigzag or it comes in a straight way? That we have to see. That is only called as the way the light comes. The propagation is how the light travels. Propagation of light. You may have seen in the afternoon rays of light entering through a slit in a door or a small hole in the roof. You must have seen like this from this window. From this window, the light is entering. Yes or no, children? That beam of light is entering. How this light is coming? Okay, if you observe anytime, you can see the way of light which is entering from the roof of the window or through the door slit. The light is coming, always it is falling in a straight line. As these rays of light falls from the slit or hole moves towards the floor, the dust particles in their way are clearly seen. So in this light you will see small dust particles also moving. Due to these particles we can see that ray of light very clearly, yes or no? And we can see that the path is very much straight. It is never comes in a like this zigzag. The ray of light always comes in a straight line. So how the light propagates, means travels, it always comes in a straight line. Now to prove this, the light is always propagated in a straight line, there are some experiments. So let us try this. The first experiment is of a 3 cardboards. You have to take a 3 cardboards, you have to make a hole in the center of each cardboard using a thick needle. Arrange these cardboards in such a way that the 3 holes are in the same line. You have to take a 3 cardboards like this, okay, and you have to make a hole in the each of them, in each of them center, and you have to make them stand in a same line, same position as shown in the figure. Figure is given to you in the next page, and you have to take a candle, one candle you have to take, burning candle on one of the side of the cardboard. Either you keep it this side or this side, any one side you have to keep, and you have to look at the flame of the candle from the other side. Just see here, this is the experiment. Step 1 and step 2 it is shown. Look at the flame of the candle. This person is looking. See here, and 3 holes are in a same straight line. Do you see the flame? If you able to see the flame, here definitely you will able to see the flame, because all the 3 cardboards are in a straight line, and you know that light always travels in a straight line. Step 2, now move any one of the cardboard. Now this middle cardboard I have little bit have changed in the position. Why do you not see the flame? Now you will not able to see this flame, which is the candle which is kept on the other side, because the 3 cardboards are not in a straight line. Understood, children? Now one more experiment, how the light travels. To prove that, we have already seen how the light is propagated means travels. Light always comes in a straight line. Now one more experiment, this boy is holding a tube. Take a straight tube that can be bent easily. You have to take such a tube that can be bent also easily. In the second picture he has bent that tube as shown in the figure. Place a burning candle on one stand, okay, like this. On stand this candle is to be kept, and look it through the tube. Then bend the tube and look at the candle again. What do you see? So in the first picture, first step 1, the candle is straight, the tube is straight, and you have to see from the tube the flame of the candle. Now you have holded the tube very much straight, so you will able to see the flame of the candle. Now you have bended the tube like this, so you will not able to see the flame. So from this what you can prove, light always travels in a straight line. This is called as a linear propagation of light. Light never travels in a zigzag way like this. Light always travels in a straight line. It is always propagated in a straight line. That is only called as a linear propagation of light. Understood, children? Use your brain power. In which step is the flame of candle seen clearly? Why? Flame of candle is seen clearly in the step 1. Okay. So what we have learned, light travels in a straight line. This is called the linear propagation of light. Children, here we are going to study about reflection of light. Reflection of light. How do we see an object? Children, how we see any object? Children, light falls on that object, and that light, when it is reflected on our eyes, then only we can able to see the object. The rays of light falls on an object from the source. Here the source is the bulb, okay, from the source of light. When the object is incident on an object, and that object when it is reflected on our eyes, then only we are able to see the object. Okay, this is called reflection of light. We see the object when the reflected rays reach our eyes. Remember that. Do you know stars are luminous? Children, stars are luminous. They have own shine. They emit light. Planets, satellites are non-luminous. They do not have own shine. They do not emit light. Sunlight reflected from the surface of the moon reaches us. That is how we can see the moon. We call this light as moonlight. This is extra information. Till here we have seen. In the next part we will see about how the images are formed in a plane mirror. Okay, till then revise your lesson. Till here we have started with the chapter. We have seen what are luminous objects, which they emit light themselves, which are non-luminous objects which do not emit light themselves, and some man-made objects also emit light. They are called as artificial sources of light. So you have to classify some natural sources of light and artificial sources of light. Then we have seen the propagation of light, how the light travels. Light always travels in a straight line, and to show that, there are two experiments we have done, that is the three cardboards experiment and the tube experiments. Okay, and we have seen about reflection of light, how we see the light. We see a light only when the source of light falls on the object, and that light, it is reflected on our eyes, and we can see the light. So till here you all revise the lesson from the textbook. Also, the next part we will see about images in a plane mirror and pinhole camera and some properties of substances, and we will see formation of shadow. So till then, goodbye.